Welcome to the road to a Crypto Milli. Now, I'm noticing that when I post more where I'm kind of just talking about whatever, at least that one video has been doing better than the other ones where I'm trying to add, I don't know, whatever, me going to the gym and shit. But the last video, I was talking a lot about, or the second to last video, I was talking a lot about certain projects and why I'm in them, and they were all utility based. So this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about meme coins and why I do it and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So why do I invest in meme coins? Because specific meme coins are built on specific chains to help bring liquidity, and they are just to be as something that's like a collectible. Same thing with the idea of NFTs, basically. So now each chain, when you see Shiba, when you see Pepe, when you see Bonk, when you see Whiff, when you see Fuzzy, when you see Lofi, these are all native to a specific chain before it gets onto a centralized exchange. First, they are on a decentralized exchange. Hedera has some meme coins and NFTs as well. Multiple chains are doing this because it brings liquidity and it builds community within the infrastructure of the blockchain of specific token. So that's how you already know that these tokens are being utilized, because people are actually on the chain trading these tokens. Now I'll go into what I will do with this video is I will talk about a couple chains with a couple meme coins, kind of how you do it, and then the lore behind the coins that I am looking into myself. So I will start out with ETH. Now Ethereum had, like I said, Pepe, that was like a native meme token that got up to, $10 billion market cap. I was buying in, I think, around 100 mil or something like that. I got in very, very early on Pepe. I did well with Pepe. The Pepe lore was Matt Fury, the person who drew the picture, and how he was basically kind of all in on the meme coin itself. But Pepe's a given. Now, the ones that I'm looking into personally and why I follow them and believe them, and I think they're going to do well within this next pump whenever ETH decides to start ripping, is this. So I like a token called Small Su. SMOLSU. The ticker is SU. It is a little character who is it is basically Zusu. Zusu was one of the CEOs or whatever of Three Arrows Capital. And this token is a character, but Zusu himself has interacted with the token. He doesn't say it's his, but Zusu is also somebody who has created a decentralized exchange on Ethereum called OX.Fund, which is a leverage trading for meme coins. Now, there is a lot of liquidity from Small Su inside that exchange, which gives you the connection from Zusu to the decentralized exchange and the meme coin in general. That is my biggest take on it, basically. And then when you want to learn more about this and like dig into the lore, is what people call it, you join the Telegram and you start digging through the information the best way you can that's out there. Another meme token on ETH is nothing. It is, the ticker is Thing. And the reason being is because it is a 404 ERC token, which there is not many tokens that are using this new smart contract that is being built on Ethereum. And what ERC 404s are is taking the concept of tokenization of NFTs and then fractionalizing them. And like I said, there's not many ERC 404 tokens, and nothing from what I've been looking into. Hold on, this cup is pissing me off. Let me get this shit over here. Come here. Nothing token is one of my favorite ERC 404s. And ERC 404s are going to be talked about at some point in time, because the fractionalization of NFTs is a very cool concept. So it means when you're owning the meme coin, you are essentially already owning the NFT, because now you can convert your meme, your token, into the NFT. You can mint the NFT with the token you have already, so you're already owning that. And then you could unmint whatever. Look into nothing. It's cool. Other meme coins on ETH. You have ticker Bitcoin, and then you also have ticker XRP. And so ticker Bitcoin is Harry Potter or Obama Sonic 10 Inu, and ticker XRP is Harry Potter Obama Pac-Man 8 Inu. Now, this is where you get into the this is as meme coin as it gets. And this is as far away from what you would call a security as it gets. Now, when Bitcoin and XRP, the actual tokens, like the real XRP and Bitcoin pump, these tend to follow. But so like the lore behind the Bitcoin one, it is just that dumb, and it has already done good. It's already trading it within I think 100 mil, and so I truly believe that it hitting $1 billion market cap is very possible. And it has a strong community. They have NFTs. I would definitely check it out. And then you have XRP. So the whole concept is that, just like the normal Bitcoin and XRP, is that XRP will flip, ticker XRP will flip ticker Bitcoin, which is, it's funny. It's just too good. And so ticker XRP has already touched 100 mil market cap. It came all the way back down to $100,000 market cap. That is when I got in. It is now trading around a $600,000 to $700,000 market cap. I 100% believe that the team or somebody is going to come back. It almost follows the exact lore of XRP with the SEC and all that. You have the chance to make like a 20,000% return, like something ridiculous. And you can do what you want. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. But this is as sketchy as it gets when it comes to doing meme coins. There's also a Dogecoin ticker, which is like Elon Musk, Kennedy, or it's like Dumbledore, Elon Musk, Kennedy, 420, Doge. That one's a good one too. DKMI or something. That one's really good. They also have NFTs. What this series of memes is in this category, they're called schizos for obvious reasons. All right, move on. Now, XRP memes. Probably my favorite place to be right now, because you have no idea how early you are. You have Fuzzy. Fuzzy Bear is a meme token that is on XRP. that is connected to a wallet that made the first transaction on the XRPL, which traded one full Bitcoin. This wallet traded one full Bitcoin for one XRP back in like 2011. Something like that. And the lore behind it is that there's a lot to it. Is that either Uphold, a lot of the connections that this token is doing is tying into Bearable Guy 123. And then Elon Musk has said that his favorite meme, he didn't state it fully, but his favorite meme is of a fuzzy bear. And then Joel, David Schwartz, people think it's him as well. People think that the token is tied to him for multiple reasons. It's a great meme coin. It is going to be, people think it's also tied to Uphold because Uphold, a wallet from Uphold activated it. And there's a lot when the images that Fuzzy Dev, you don't know who he is, the Fuzzy Dev he posts certain colors, he does certain things, and then he hides little riddles within the image, just like Bearable Guy, that just make you think of what is possibly going to happen with what the dev is doing. And whoever the dev is, you don't know who he is, and that's what makes it, great, like a Shiba token or even Bitcoin or whatever. You trust the dev because the dev is doing the right things. The dev also created NFTs, Fuzzy Bear NFTs, which is said to believe that this is going to probably be the Bored Apes of the XRPL, which I can see why. The community is ridiculous for Fuzzy Bear. What else with Fuzzy? I don't know, there's a lot. Fuzzy is one of the ones you should definitely check out. And then he's also doing a one-of-one Charlie and the Chocolate Factory type of NFT, where in October you get a one-of-one mint. The dev is cooking. All right. Now, next one is Error 404. Why? Because that one still, again, follows like this crazy conception tied to Bearable Guy 123. And it's said that, Jerome Powell is... Everything with Bearable Guy is a Grateful Dead reference. And then this token really embodies the Grateful Dead. It uses the Grateful Dead bear, the marching bear, and the reason why Ripple is because of the Grateful Dead song, and everything ties together. And if XRP does have a sidechain, because that's what's a thought that is possible, people are believing that Error 404 is the possible new sidechain. Crazy concepts. Next one, where it doesn't really need lore. This is just a great utility token that is being built on the XRPL, and you can get in really early on a metaverse token, which is called Expector, which is, they sell land, they have a digital game, it's already working, everybody, there's people already using it. You have a very early chance to get in around like a $2 million market cap on a metaverse play, when metaverse's last run we're hitting $1 billion market caps. So you're very early. On XRP, there's so many that I like. You got Scrappy, which is the first dog. It is the first meme coin that was put on First Ledger, which is for the XRPL. And Scrappy is actually made from the developers of First Ledger, so it's kind of a no-brainer. I would definitely look into Scrap, Fuzzy, Error 404, Brito. Brito is another good one. The whole lore between Brito is that Arthur Brito has a Twitter, and then the meme coin had created a Twitter because it created the meme coin. When that happened, I think Arthur Brito's page got suspended, and then Arthur Brito, the real Arthur Brito, got his page back, and now the meme coin has got suspended. But like, also some people want to believe, because what Arthur Brito did was he used the meme image for his own Twitter. So I don't even know if the meme coin Arthur Brito Twitter will come back, because people are making the connection that maybe Arthur Brito is the developer for the Arthur Brito token, which would be very insane, especially if you're listening to this and you can understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to make this video too long. You got Phoenix, which is a good one. Rise of the Phoenix bird for Ripple. If you guys leave comments and stuff, that'd be cool, so I can kind of know what else you want to know from what I've just spoke about. Now, to do all this, you need to download wallets that are specific to each chain. I'll say something about Solana real quick. Like, there's a Pepe that is actually what's the word I want to use? There is a Pepe that is paired with the Pepe on ETH that is on Solana. So when ETH Pepe does well, the Solana paired Sol Pepe will do very well also. And that's trading around $1 million market cap. You got Perp, which is like a derivative of Pepe. It's a purple Pepe. You got MAGA, which is but you want the Make America Great Again, but it's all spelled wrong. It's very meme, like, it's stupid. But again, you want to use wallets that are specific to each chain. ETH, you got MetaMask, you got Coinbase, you got Uniswap wallet. XRP, you got Zaman, and you have Joey wallet. Solana, you got Soulflare, you got Phantom. I don't really jump. Oh, you got HBAR. So Hedera has Hashpack wallet, and that's how you can get the memes for Hashpack. I would suggest checking out Saucer Swap, because Saucer Swap is the equivalent to Pancake Swap, Uniswap. It is the decentralized exchange swap for HBAR, and you can get that at a very low market cap right now. And it's being used, so I would definitely get you some of that with Hashpack. And you could also throw your Hedera into Hashpack and start staking in there and using the DeFi world for Hedera in the Hashpack. Definitely teach yourself about cold storage wallet. I personally use Arculus. There's Trezor. There's EliPal. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, I think it's called Ledger, just because of the tied connections between Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX, and everything. I don't fully trust it, even though I think the tech, it's not the tech, but like the wallet itself is very cool, like the new one that they came out with. But I'm an Arculus fan from what I've studied and come up with. That's my favorite one. There's also Tangem, but I like Tangem is similar to Arculus. I would suggest Arculus over Tangem. Tangem is still good, but I would still suggest looking into Arculus for cold storage. So yeah, next vlog. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you're thinking. You know, let me know what more to talk about, what more to explore in. Like, you want to hear more about Bearable Guy 123 and have me post more videos on that, because that's a pretty cool lore story, the ties between Ripple and the Grateful Dead. You want me to talk about more meme coins, more utility coins, break more down about wallets? Let me know. Road to a Crypto Milli. Oh yeah, and don't forget to
stay bullish.